Good morning. How's everyone? Thank you for coming, and we're going to get started with the yoga session with the great yoga master, my teacher as well, Eddie Stern. So without further delay, let's get going. Thanks, Eddie. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. Thank you all very much for coming, and those at home for tuning in to Deepak Restore. We will do just some very simple practices this morning to prepare for the meditation that Deepak will lead. So a lot of people are in street clothes and some people are in yoga clothes. You can basically wear anything for this. It'll just be some simple stuff. Okay, so let's start with the legs crossed and sitting comfortably. If you're not comfortable sitting on the floor with your legs crossed, you can also sit in a chair. If you're at home, you can also sit in a chair. The word for yoga posture is asana, and asana is from two words. As means to sit, and ana means breath. So in all the different yoga postures, really what we're doing is we're sitting and breathing in different ways, or we're sitting with our breath. And asana is also the seat of awareness. So let's start with your hands on your knees. And as you inhale, you're just going to reach your chest forward and keep your chin up. And as you exhale, you're going to lean back, round your spine, and also keep the head up. Inhale, lean forward. And exhale, round your spine. Don't let your chin come down, but keep the head up so you're looking straight forward the whole time. We'll do this about 10 times, inhaling and exhaling. If you're not comfortable with your legs crossed, you can keep your feet straight out in front of you too. Inhale forward. And exhale back. It's about 4. Exhale. 5. If you like, you can close your eyes and just feel the movement of the spine as you move forward and back. And if you want to stay in one position for a little bit longer, just to feel the body stretching and opening, you can do that. You might feel that when you're in the rounded position, you want to feel more of your upper back. When you're in the forward position, you want to pull the shoulders back a little. Just getting the movement in the spine. And then we'll come back up to a seated position straight. Inhale, a long inhale. And a long exhale. And then bring your thumbs up onto your shoulders. And as you inhale, turn to the left. And as you exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, come to the left. Exhale to the right. Go slow movements, just moving the spine like a corkscrew going up. Inhale left, exhale right. Do this on your own about 5 more times. Inhaling and exhaling. You can close the eyes or keep the eyes open, feeling the movement in the torso as you gently twist from side to side. One more time, inhale towards the left, exhale towards the right, come back to center, rest the hands on the knees, a long inhale, and a long exhale. And then one more time, bring the thumbs up onto your shoulders, and this time we're going to laterally move the body to the left as you inhale, so you'll go opposite me. And to the right as you exhale. Inhale to the left. And exhale to the right. Follow your own breathing pattern, inhaling left, exhaling right. So we're just bringing movement into all the different directions of the spine now to wake up the body a little bit. Since it's a little bit early in the morning on a Saturday, not too early, but early enough. Inhaling left and exhaling right. Inhaling left and exhaling right. Good. Come back to center. Let the hands rest onto the knees. Long inhale and a long exhale. Okay. Now we're going to inhale and move the chin towards the left, and exhale, move the chin towards the right. A very soft, gentle movement, like your head is a cloud floating on top of your shoulders. As you inhale the head to one side, exhale it to the other. Just a few times. Very gentle, soft movement. So, of course, we all know muscular tension gets trapped in the body, particularly in the neck and in the lower spine when we have a lot of stress or responsibility coming at us through the day. So all we're doing now is loosening up the parts of the body where stress begins to accumulate, so that when you sit and meditate with Deepak after this, your mind is not concerned with how stress is being held in the body, but it's free to focus inwardly. And then come back to center. Inhale a long inhale. And exhale. Interlace your fingers. Reach the palms up over the head. Stretch up through the sides of the body. Keep your chin so it's parallel to the floor. And breathe here 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to release the arms, and we're going to bring the right hand onto the right knee and the left hand to the floor behind you, and you're going to twist and look over your left shoulder. Stay here and breathe 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Come back to center with both hands on the knees. Again, interlace the fingers, reach the arms up over the head. Stay here and breathe 3 times. Reach through your armpits as you stretch up. 1, 2, and 3. As you exhale, you're going to open the arms out, bring the left arm onto the left knee, the right hand behind you, and you can twist to look over your right shoulder. Alternatively, you can keep your body in this position, but turn your head to look over your left shoulder instead. You can try that if you'd like to, and you can feel how the stretch goes a little more into the rib cage when you look over the left shoulder. And then come back to center. If at this point you're feeling a little uncomfortable sitting on the ground in a cross-legged position, you can take your towel that you have, you can fold it up, and you can sit on it as well to give you a little more height if you feel that you're starting to feel stress in the knees at all. Let's do that one more time. Interlace the fingers, reach the arms up, and breathe 3 times. 1, 2, and as you exhale, you're going to open to the left, bringing your right hand down onto the knee, your left hand down behind you. Look over the left shoulder for a moment, and then turn your head to look over your right shoulder, and keep lifting your chest as you twist. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Come back to center. We'll do the other side. Interlace the fingers. Inhale the arms up, and breathe. 1, 2, and on the next exhale, open to the right, bringing your left hand down onto the left knee, the right hand behind you, and twist the ribs open. And then look over the left shoulder and keep twisting towards the right. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Come back to center, both hands on the knees, a long inhale, and a long exhale. Okay, let's everyone come on your hands and knees, please. Just like this, with the hands under the shoulders and the knees under your hips. So those first few exercises we did are things that you can do anytime during the day. You can do them in the office. You can do them at home in the middle of the day when you're working and you feel you need to take a little break. So we're going to just do some simple cat-cows now. As you inhale, you're going to lift your chest up and look forward. And as you exhale, you're going to let your head relax down and round your spine, lifting your shoulders up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen your chest away from your abdomen and look forward. And as you exhale, you're going to round your spine and lift your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. One more, inhale, lifting the chest and looking forward. Exhale, rounding the spine and lifting the shoulder blades up. Come to a flat-backed position, so you're neither arching nor rounding. And then keeping your hands where they are, push your hips back so you're sitting on your heels, and let your head rest down towards the floor. Doesn't matter if it doesn't touch. And as you inhale, we're going to come forward onto the knees, lift the chest away from the abdomen, coming forward onto the knees as you inhale, up onto the hands. And then as you exhale, tuck your hips a little bit under and pull your hips back towards the feet and let the head rest down. Similar to a child's pose, but with the arms straight. 2 more times. Inhale, come onto the hands and knees. Lift the chest away from the belly, letting the back arch a little. And exhale, round the spine. Pull the hips back towards your feet. Keep the arms straight. And then one more time, inhale. Come on to the hands and knees, arching the back a little. And exhale, round the spine and pull your hips back towards the heels. And this time you're going to rest down with the head towards the floor in a child's pose. Okay. Keeping in this position, just lift your chest up and look towards your hands. And now walk your hands over towards the right-hand side of your body and place your left hand on top of the right hand. Move your ribs a little bit over your right leg, and then rest your head down, coming into sort of a lateral child's pose. Breathing smoothly, opening the left-hand side of the body. And then inhale, lift your chest up, walk your hands all the way towards the right to the left. Bring your right hand on top of your left hand. Good. And then exhale the head down. Move your ribs a little bit over your left leg. Stay here and breathe 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Just lift your chest up. And now walk your hands to the opposite side. Bring the left hand on top of the right hand, and then lay the chest down over your leg. So the sides of the body quite often don't get stretched during the day. And it tightens through the ribs and it tightens the diaphragm, so it impedes the breathing a little. So all of these lateral stretches are really important for opening the diaphragm and opening the lungs. Let's just inhale and lift your chest up. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to the opposite side. And then let the head rest down again. Good. Try to put your right hand on top of your left hand. Good. Breathe here, breathing into the right-hand side of the body. Smooth breaths. And then walk yourself back to center. Rest with your hands making a pillow underneath your forehead. The knees can be a little bit separate or they can be together. So you're making a pillow with your hands and resting your head on the hands. Breathing into the lower ribs. And then reach your hands forward. Come back onto the hands and knees. Okay. So now we stretched the sides of the body here. Now we're going to stretch the lower side of the body by reaching your right leg out on the floor behind you with your toes on the ground. Lift the chest up, and from this position, bring your right leg crossing over to the left-hand side of the body. Keep your chest lifted, and you should feel a stretch over the hip crest right in this area there. Okay? Everyone feel that? Good. Stay there and breathe. 1, this will help create lightness in the waist, so when you sit for meditation, you won't get any pain or fatigue in the waist as you sit. 2, and 3. Bring your leg back to center, and then bend the knee to the floor. Stretch your left leg out so the toes are on the floor, and then reach your left leg crossing over to the right-hand side of the body as far as it comfortably goes. And make sure your toes are on the floor. And when your toes touch, then lift your chest up. And as you lift your chest up and straighten out through the arms, you feel the stretch goes a little bit more over the left hip crest. Stay here and breathe. 1, 2, and 3. Bring your leg back to center, and then lower the knee to the floor. Stretch your right leg out on the floor behind you. Lift the chest, and this time lift your right leg up. Lift through the chest as you lift your leg up and point your toes and breathe here. 1, 2, and 3. Bend the knee back down. Straighten your left leg out on the floor behind you. Lift through the chest. Inhale your left leg up, point your toe, and breathe. 1, 2, and 3. Bend the knee back down. Push yourself back to rest in child's pose, making a pillow with your hands and resting your head on that pillow. Stay here resting for a moment. Good. Come back up onto the hands and knees. And now we're going to come to lie on your back. So in any comfortable way, you can bring your legs forward in front of you and lie down on your back. Keep your feet and your legs together and your hands by your sides. And as you inhale, you're going to stretch your arms over your head to the floor behind you, keeping your hands shoulder width apart. Stay here, lengthen through the spine, and breathe 3 times. Through the nose. 1, 2, and on your next exhale, lower your hands to the floor, flat by your sides. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor and your feet are hip width apart. As you inhale, lift your hips just a few inches up off the ground. And stay here and breathe. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, slowly lower your spine to the floor. Straighten your legs out onto the floor one by one, and keep your legs pressed together. Again, inhale the arms over the head to the floor behind you. Stretch through the arms and breathe 3 times. 1, 2, and exhale the arms slowly down, back down by your sides. Again, bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor and your feet are hip width apart. And this time we're going to lift the chest and shoulders up off the floor as you inhale, and you're going to look towards your navel. Reach your hands towards your heels, so this is sort of like a mini crunch. And then look up towards the ceiling, and we'll stay here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull the lower belly in. 5, slowly come down. Stretch your legs out on the floor. And we're going to repeat that sequence one more time. Feet together. Now the legs are straight, feet together, legs straight. Inhale the arms over the head to the floor behind you. Reach through the fingers, reach through the toes, and breathe 3 times deeply. 1, 2, and exhale the arms back down by your sides. These 3 poses are particularly good for people who suffer from lower back pain. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. Separate your feet apart, hip width apart. You should feel a little arch in your lower back. As you inhale, push your hips up in the air. Stay here for 5 breaths. If you like, you can raise your hands over your head to the floor behind you and you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch in your upper back. 2, 3, 4. Push the hips a little bit higher. And on your next exhale, keep your hands where they are and slowly lower your spine back down to the floor. The hands stay over the head, you lower the spine, and then exhale, release the hands down by your sides once your spine is rested down. Straighten the legs out. Last time, inhale the arms over the head, stretch through the arms. 3 slow breaths. At the end of each exhale, you want to feel your lower belly coming in. So extend your exhale so the lower belly comes in. Good. 2, 1 more. And a long exhale, 3. Good. Bend the knees so the feet are flat on the floor, and exhale your arms down by your sides. And now we'll do 1 more mini crunch. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, lift your shoulders and chest up. Look towards your navel. And then look up towards the ceiling. If you're more comfortable, you can raise your hands so they're at the same level as your knees also. It'll be a slightly different strengthening position there. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, lower down. Straighten your legs out on the floor. Turn your palms to face up, and we'll just take 2 slow breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling, feeling the body soften into the floor with the relaxation response happening at the end of the exhale. And then you can bend your knees so your feet are flat on the floor. Roll yourself over onto your right side, like you're getting out of bed in the morning. And then push yourself up into a seated position. Okay, so now we've opened up all the different parts of the body. We've stretched the diaphragm and the ribs, strengthened the back, and now we're ready for Deepak to come and lead us through a small meditation. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome.
So for the next day and a half, we're going to move between theory and experience. And we started off with an experience. And when the 11 o'clock session starts, we'll be talking about a lot about the science of inflammation and how it connects with human suffering, actually suffering of any life form, and how inflammation, pain, suffering are all connected and what we can do about it. So we're going to move, as I said, from science, theory, and practice. We started with that thanks to Eddie Stern. And what we're going to do now is a short meditation because we're going to be doing many meditations of several kinds. So what we're going to do right now is what is called setting intention. Setting intention. There are other forms of meditation that we'll be doing throughout today, tomorrow. Reflective meditation, mindful awareness, awareness of any experience, and ultimately going into a meditation that gives us an experience of transcendence. Transcendence means going beyond subject-object split. We normally think in a way where we think of ourselves, this is me, and then there's the rest of me. So I am here, you are there, and this is New York City. Well, that's a socially induced hallucination that we should overcome by the end of tomorrow morning. Okay, I am here, you are there, and this is New York City, is a socially induced hallucination. So hopefully if we can overcome that, then we overcome all suffering, including spiritual suffering. Because spiritual suffering comes from not knowing who we are. But this morning we'll start with a little bit of intention setting. After all, everything we do starts with an intention, right? So the intention that we'll set this morning is an intention for least entropy or least disorder in body, mind, and spirit. Let's start with our eyes closed. And it's always a good idea to start with observing the breath. Okay? Remember, breath, like any other experience, is a sensation. All experience is a sensation. All experience. And the sensation is happening in what we call our consciousness. So you, the observer of the breath, are a conscious being experiencing a sensation. You don't have to do anything, just observe it. Once again, you as a conscious being are the observer of the breath, which is a sensation in your consciousness. All experience is of the same nature. It's the arising and the subsiding of a sensation in our being. Breath arises as a sensation. You as the observer watch that sensation as it arises, as you experience it, and as it subsides. All experience is like that. It arises, it is experienced, and then it subsides. But you, as the observer, are present in the arising, in the experience, and in the subsiding. And this is a major insight that tells us that all experience is in time, but you, the observer, are not in time, because you're present before the experience, in the experience, and as the experience subsides. And now, bring your awareness into your entire body. Feel your body from the inside out. And the experience you're having right now of that which we as human beings call the body. The experience you're having right now is sensations that we call the body. With your eyes closed, that which we call the body is a sensation. And just like the breath, these sensations are intermittent. They arise and they subside. But you, as a conscious being, are the observer of these sensations. These sensations are intermittent in time. You, the observer, are not in time. The observer doesn't arise or subside. Only the sensations arise and subside. With this understanding, we introduce the first intention for this whole weekend. And so as you're feeling the sensations in your body, the intention we mentally set for the body or the experience of the body, because right now the body is an experience as sensations. The intention is joyful, energetic body. So mentally repeat that phrase as you experience sensations in your body. Once again, joyful, energetic body. Few times. Joyful, energetic body. Okay. Now shift your awareness to the middle part of your chest, which is the region of the heart. Now, little bit of focused attention here. Try and sense your heartbeat as a sensation. Just that intention. Some of you may feel a sound or a sensation or just some feeling, a throbbing. But essentially, it's a sensation. So feel that sensation that we call the heartbeat, in whatever form you experience it. Notice once again that this sensation that we call the heartbeat is of the nature of arising and subsiding. But you as the observer neither arise nor subside. You're present. The observer is timeless. The sensation is time-bound. And now, because we associate our heart with our emotions, and the highest emotion is love, as you feel the sensation in your body, evoke the experience or emotion that we call love. And it's very simple to do that. Just think of anybody that you love, or any idea that you love, or any goal you have that you love, or any vision that you have for yourself or the world that you love. So just think of that and feel that sensation we call love. Notice that too is of the nature of arising and subsiding. But you, the timeless observer, is present in this experience. And now we can introduce the second intention for this entire weekend and probably for the rest of our life. As you feel your heart beat and you feel that sensation that we call love, just mentally repeat the phrase, loving, compassionate heart. Loving, compassionate heart. And now move your awareness to what is traditionally referred to as the third eye, the space between your eyebrows. And this time, the principle applies, same principle applies. All experiences in time as a sensation, the observer is not in time. But as you keep your awareness in the region of the third eye, the intention is reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. Reflective, alert mind. Now bring your awareness outside your body. Let your awareness pervade the cosmos. Let your awareness pervade all of space-time. The stars, the sun, the moon, the Milky Way galaxy, and 2 trillion galaxies, 700 sextillion stars, uncountable trillions of planets. And let your awareness pervade that which we call space-time and the entire universe. And mentally repeat, lightness of being, lightness of spirit, lightness of existence. Let your awareness engulf all of existence. Let your awareness engulf all of existence as you repeat the phrase, lightness of being, lightness of spirit. And now let go of all of that. Let go of all the intentions. Just reminding you, the intentions that we have seeded our consciousness with are joyful, energetic body, loving, compassionate heart, reflective, alert mind, and lightness of being. This is the state of least entropy, least inflammation. And now, let go of all that and simply repeat the mantra aham, aham, which means existence, I exist. But you don't have to think of the meaning, just repeat that mantra till I ask you to open your eyes. Aham. Okay, so now bring your awareness back into your body before we come out. Just localize your awareness again in your body. And if you want, you can stretch, yawn, whatever, and take a few seconds, 30 seconds before you open your eyes. So now you can open your eyes, and for this weekend, and if you want for the rest of your life, anytime you feel even slight stress, you can mentally say aham and remind yourself that the best experience we can have of existence is joyful, energetic body, loving, compassionate heart, reflective, alert mind, and lightness of being. You can remind yourself of that anytime, just with that one little mantra, which is the anchor for remembering our true nature as the awareness in which all experience happens. The mantra is aham, anytime. Thank you. What are we doing now? What's our next experience in time?
Sit. Thank you, Deepak. How do we feel? Hi, Jazz. Thank you so much, Deepak. How's everyone calm, relaxed, ready to take on the day, minds open, ready to learn? We have about an hour before we begin our next activity. I'm Susie, by the way. I'm the founder of Wealth Collective, and just want to say thank you to Deepak and also to Fred Matzer, who's here, who you'll meet in a little bit, the founder of the Fred Foundation. And I'll kind of be the usher through the day, guiding us through every activity. And Right now, what we're going to do is you are all invited to coffee, cappuccinos, matcha, tea, and spending some time with each other, getting to know one another. Building community is super important to us and to the Fred Foundation and Deepak. And so we are going to flip the room and bring in chairs so everyone is comfortable for the rest of the day for our learning experiences. So what we would ask is that take your time, no rush whatsoever, as calmly as you feel right now. We don't want to rush anyone, but we're going to bring all of our mats over to the corner and just stack them, our teams over here. And then coffee and breakfast by Lifeway Foods. We have kefir and skyr, lots of probiotic-filled goodies for you. And then everyone, we have a lounge back in the corner, and Deepak will be back there, and Fred will be back there. So you're just welcome to hang out until between now and 11 and get some nourishment and some fuel for the rest of the day. If you have any questions, lots of the Wealth Collective team, everyone raise your hand is in black. And thanks, guys. Let us know if you need anything. Thank you so much, Deepak. And Eddie, thank you, Eddie, for such a beautiful movement session. Thanks, guys.